the book because I came across a list of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of names of murdered women in Juarez, Mexico. And I was struck that I did not know that this was happening, and I'm a fairly informed person. And I was then struck reading the list how many of the names began with Maria. Maria is a very common name in Latin America, also in Europe, is a name that men as well as women are named because it's the name of the Virgin Mary. So parents often, Klaus Maria Bandauer, for instance, the Swiss actor, has that name, or Rilke, also his name was Maria. So it's a very common name. My own middle name is Maria. It's very often used as a middle name. So what I did is I took all of the names of the women I could find whose name began with Maria, and I wrote a poem to each of them as a way of remembering them. We say that it's only when you are forgotten that you are dead. So this is my way of remembering them and not letting them go. And is a way also of speaking against femicide and domestic violence. And I was just in California. I flew to California to read from this book and came back on the same day. Yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yes, I came back yesterday. Yeah. What I was saying there is that this is not something that happens just in Mexico, in the Juarez border. This is something that happens everywhere. It happens here. As you know, there's a group of Native American women that have been formed recently because Native women have an outrageously high number of femicides and disappearances here in the Northwest and in Canada as well. There was a huge demonstrations in Chile. Thousands of women walked out of universities to demand a change to their judicial code because domestic violence is not treated with the weight it should have. And so perpetrators usually, nothing happens, which is, in this case of these women, the same thing is true. So I will read, these are very short poems. I will read maybe 10 of them. It goes by very quickly. I will let you know when I'm getting close to the end, but I'll read them all together because that's how this work is articulated. And the poems bear the names of women and the titles, and the last names are instead of using their last names, I use a poetic line of my own. It's a poetic phrase of my own invention, and sometimes a line from the litanies of the Virgin Mary. If you're familiar with that Catholic prayer, it's very beautiful. Do you want to play? How can I pass up the opportunity to have music accompanying the poems? I'll read about 10. Thank you. Maria Ascension, crater of solitude. Maria, you are now dead. Nothing of you left. Meet me in this place at the back of my hand where footprints leave no marks. Meet me in the sinuous valleys between these printed ridges. Safe the coolness of the page. My words are shelter and leave no room for men's fears nor blame. Maria de Jesus, Mother of Rain, there in the mirror, staring me down, is you, from the place where love burns and roads meet. Maria de Los Angeles, Heaven's Nest. Exploitation has no limits, men's hypocrisy even less. Human history smeared with the filth of their spread. Nefarious tentacles grip everything from politics to genes. all that denim walking New York and LA streets, cut and sewn in places like Ciudad Juarez in Bangladesh. Do you, beloved, know whose fingerprints trace the clothes you wear? Inside maquilas, grim labor camps, hands flutter at racing speed. Women darning garments, stitching brass, shirts, jeans, propelling fashion, industry's fickle needs. Fingers, swollen with aching, mother's fingers, daughter's fingers, bent, warped fingers, appendages to sugarless hands. Maria de los Angeles, fierce as fire. I, sister, jasmine blooms in my garden. The fragrance rides comets' backs. It reaches stars and the hearts of sons and daughters you left at 65. Maria del Rosario, merciful Virgin, love me not. Love me not. Ah, Margarita, dear Daisy, what is it that people we love and need so often destroy us? Maria Elba, Queen of Angels, did someone ever tell you that the winning lottery ticket was you? Maria Elena, Throne of Wisdom, the one who shot you, Maria, is not son of a bitch, hoarse with tenderness like the rest of us, with a slit between our legs. Maria Inés, House of Gold, Maria, stardust blessed your face as it darkened into eternal night. Maria Isabel, health of the sick, maggots feast on carrion, eventually develop wings, bones carry on. Maria Rosario, clearest of nights, how to make up with yourself after each self-breakup, how to cuddle under a broken wing the girl of you, or how to explain that deep inside the sea, sister wind tries on her dress. Snails leave their homes when no one is looking, and birds sometimes are afraid to fly. Who is going to tell you what you only know? Whose fool will tell spider to spin less? It turns out that it is possible to mend the crevices inside yourself without silk threads and silver spoons. It is possible to tell the truth and not burn in hell, to win wars without shooting a rifle, and without a rifle to write a poem. Maria Santos, Queen assumed to heaven. Oh, dark flower, who says roses don't come from ideas? And the last poem, which is the last poem in the book. Maria, may the flower of your birth open up each day, receive into its depth sun's honey rays, and at night, gently, may it fold its petals in sacred mystery. May it release its perfume in sorrow as in joy. May its essence bloom for long. Let us all remember on this and every day, however compelling words are not flesh, figurative language, life does not replace. Thank you. So I will read just one last poem. This goes back to the article that you made mention at the beginning. It's in Yes Magazine, and it's a letter to the children at the border. And you could type, it's Yes Magazine, and my name will bring it up. This is called On Citizenship. I want full citizenship when I die. None of this, you are legal only when convenient, when cheap labor is wanted, when votes are sought. In death's camp, there is no temporary protected status. DACA, J1, or H2 visas. There are no second chances, short sentences, pardons, no permit renewals, no political expiations. No, dead is dead. And as ghost, I'll own the full spectrum of me. If I desire a foul green mouth, then so be it. I'll make myself visible and invisible whenever I want. Be evil if I so choose, or tender, mother to newborn tender. Ah, when I am dead as dead, boneless, toothless, worthless, wandering somber valleys among drafts of shadows when my pride is but an emerald streak in Quetzal's royal's feathers, and my cry lodges in mockingbird's throat, what mother of love will I then be? Better in death to inhabit all of me than half-dead living, afraid of living. Yes, I want full rights for the ghost of me, not just a temporary worker permit. It shouldn't be that hard, for in life I've never seen anyone queuing up for the privilege of crossing to the other side. Thank you so much.